glorious Monday. Fabulous Monday. Tell me what, I just love Mondays. Just done my 2 weeks this morning, Wheel of Fortune. So I'm bouncing around the place with energy. First things first, happy birthday, Brendan Russell. Brendan Russell, it's your birthday today. I am making a delicious cake in your honor. Happy birthday, Brendan. Today's a big day. Not the big day, but just a big day because it's a birthday. I digress. Today we are doing breakfast cinnamon swirl sponge. Divine. So, to begin with, we have got 60 grams of butter. We have got 45 grams of brown sugar. We have 2 teaspoons of flour and we have 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. The reason for this concoction is that we are going to have a beautiful sponge when we're finished, and we're injecting this cinnamon swirl filling into the sponge. So for the sponge, we have got 120 grams of caster sugar. We have got 225 grams of self-raising flour, 1 large egg. We have got 1 teaspoon of baking powder. We have half a teaspoon of almond extract, optional. We have got 180 mils of buttermilk, and we have got 60 mils of oil. But we start with the filling first. So we have got our super soft butter and our brown sugar and our plain flour and our cinnamon. So we're putting in our brown sugar and we're smushing it. Now, you have to have this butter super soft because you're going to pipe with it. So you're going to put it into a piping bag. So there's no point in having a stiff buttercream or butter because you need to have it lovely and soft. In goes 2 teaspoons of our plain flour, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Clean as you go. And again, smush. Oh, the smell of this, it smells of apple pie, cinnamon deliciousness. Scrape. So, first things first, we do our cinnamon filling. Make a piping bag. I can show you in a minute if you wish, although I think I've shown you a couple of times in a lot of the videos, or you can use a Ziploc bag if you wish. Just get a bit last morsel, and in it goes to our piping bag. Do not put this into the fridge to chill. You want it so that you can pipe with it. In it goes. Every last scrape of your cinnamon filling. Now this cake is as easy as 1, 2, 3, and those 3, because you're adding your dry mix to your wet mix, kaboom, into the tin, bit of swirl, there you go, easy go. So we're now starting with our dry mix. We have got our self-raising flour, we have got our caster sugar, we have got our baking powder. Our dry mix is now in our bowl. Love this. Boom, clean as you go, We've now got our wet mix. So in goes our large egg, got our buttermilk. You can use ordinary milk if you wish. If you're going to use ordinary milk, you don't even have to use a particular recipe. I have tweaked it over the years and it is divine with the buttermilk. With ordinary milk, you still have a beautiful crumb, but just not as tender, not as soft and squishy. Can't say. It has a lovely sticky sponge. Okay, so sticky sponge it is. Clean as you go. Boom. Look at that. Lads. Last thing I'm going to add, extract. Get rid of my lazy Susan. Clean as you go. So I have got my wet ingredients. Give it a light twist. And I've also got my dry. And it's as easy as straight into the dry. I've a prepared tin, 8-inch round. I've got my scissors ready for my cinnamon swirl. I have everything mise en place. And all I'm doing is I'm putting all the mix into my bowl. And all I'm going to do is stir. You don't even need a fancy whisk, just a good old fork. Give it a stir. Now, as you can see, you've got that buttermilk, and the acidity in the buttermilk is already reacting with your baking powder So the faster you put this into your tin, the faster your cake will obviously bake, but you'll end up with a beautiful tender crumb. And in it goes. In it goes. Plippity plop. Oh my God, the smells, lads, the smell. Oh, what's lovely about these. And yes, I can do cinnamon rolls at a later stage, but for many of those who still don't have yeast, I'm just going to do the fastest little sponge cake ever. Just giving it a bit of a flatten, flatten, flatten. So we have got, clean as you go, clean as you go, zoom, zoom, back again. We've got a sponge in our tin. This will bake at 180 degrees for 35 minutes. I am now snipping off the end. On come the end of our glasses. And I'm going to start in the middle like a bullseye. Now, if you want to zoom in there, Lucy-Lou. And all I'm doing is I am slightly submerging my mix, and I'm going around and around in a circle with my cinnamon swirl. All the way around. Again, I'm slightly submerging, so it's going to mix and blend with my sponge as it's in the oven. This also gives you fantastic practice on your piping skills. It does not make 1 bit of difference what way it looks, because you're the one that's going to be eating it. And give another center one. Give a bit of a swirl, and there we have. Okay, we have got our cinnamon swirl sponge. It goes into the oven. Once it goes into the oven, it will take about 35 minutes, and it will kaboom! It'll bloom up beautifully. Stay with me, stay with me. And in it goes. And this morning, we have got our cinnamon roll cake. So the only thing left to do is to create our glacé icing, and I like to add it with milk. So there's a tablespoon of milk. I may not need all the milk. So a little bit at a time. And all I have done is created a paste for my glacé icing made with water. Today I'm making it with milk. It just gives it a richer flavor for this particular sponge. And I'm just going to double whammy this, because there's no point in letting it hang around. I want it ever so slightly looser. So another little bit of milk. So start off with a tablespoon of milk, and then add half a teaspoon at a time. Now, I like the consistency of that. Now, as you can see, I did a very thin layer skimmed this morning because I was running out of time. So lads, this is where you just get creative and ziggy, ziggy, ziggy your way through the Monday morning blues with a cinnamon sponge. And I'll even finish with a slice that I have cut. And we'll turn it around so you can see the cinnamon swirl that has been injected into the sponge. It is a light, flavoursome sponge. It is absolutely divine. No, lads, easy as 1, 2, 3. It only took about 12 minutes to get that into the oven and all my goodies. So tomorrow I'm going to do something completely different, so you'll have to tune in at 10 tomorrow. See you then.